Okay, real quick video today. I am just going to do a check on the front wheel of the Midget. I noticed when I got back from the whale strip, there was a little bit of play in the front wheel. Can't feel anything through the steering wheel, but it's there. I know it needs discs and pads fairly soon, so I'm just going to take the front wheel off, have a quick look. And see if there's anything else it needs, and I'll get the parts ordered and get it fitted. So it's just a quick video of what I'm checking and what parts we need to order. Okay, it's quite difficult to film because it's dark. I've got a light on, but it's casting a lot of shadows, so you'll have to forgive me. It's winter, it's what happens. So I don't know whether you'll hear this or not, but there's rocking, there's movement 12 to 6, but there's nothing side to side. So I'm thinking, oh, the brakes are a bit funky. So I'm going to take the wheel off, but I have a suspicion that it's probably the kingpin maybe, or something like that. It's got a bit of play in it. Because if it was a bearing, the bearing should be in all positions, and it's not. There's no movement at all. I know it needs discs and pads, so we'll just discount that. Okay, so it does actually look like it's the bearing. It seems that the side to side, as in that way, is actually being stopped because the caliper's holding the disc, but it is moving in top to bottom. I've checked top mount, bushers, kingpin. There's no movement in that at all. It's all solid. So it can only be the bearings, but you've got to take all of this off to get the disc off anyway. Now I'm doing discs and pads, so I might as well do disc pads and bearings. I'll do the same on both wheels, both sides, both corners of the car. And I've recently got a powder coater, and there's just so many things I could powder coat. I must stop myself. We need to get some lana shield or lana guard on it before it goes out again, just to protect the underneath. Because although there's a bit of surface rust here and there, it's all solid under there because it's been done. You can see the odd patch that I had to do, but chassis wise it's good and solid. But that's by the by. Anyway, so yeah, there's a little bit of movement. It's not quite as obvious when the tyre wheel's not on it because you've not quite got the same amount of movement, but there is a little bit of play. So I think I'll just as a matter of course, I'll do the wheel bearings. I don't need to do the calipers because they were brand new before I bought it. So, well, brand new refurb. So pads, discs, wheel bearings, a good clean up and some grease, and she should be good. So a quick check has kind of revealed that the bearings are what's causing the issue. There's no movement in the kingpin at all. I can't see any movement in the top mount, the bottom mount. I mean, they're a bit greased up, but it needs cleaning and greasing back up again, but there's no play in it. So the only thing I can find is when you take the wheel off, you can move you can see what I'm doing. Look, I'm doing that out camera and you can't see it. So, you can just feel a little bit, that's very exaggerated. You can feel a little bit of play in it. So I think it's wheel bearings. So you've got to take the hub off, which contains one of the bearings, two of the bearings I think. Anyway, so I might as well do the bearings at the same time. They're cheap enough. So I'm going to order discs, pads, bearings, and I also need to measure the roll bar because it looks like a previous owner. I can't believe I hadn't noticed this before, but they put new bushers on it, which was great, but he's put the wrong size in it, so the anti-roll bar is basically just wallowing around inside this massive hole. So vernier gauge clamp thing, whatever you call them, to the rescue, and I'm going to measure that and get the right size and get those ordered at the same time. So nicey nicey.